Local and live. Covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Dan DeDona here with the localnews1.org weekly report for Hagerstown, Chambersburg, Smithsburg, Fairfield, Waynesboro, and all the communities that make up our local area. We're going to start off today, as we do every week, with 5 things to do this weekend. 12th of December edition with tree lightings and services galore all over the community. Item number 1, the notoriously grumpy Grinch is set to make a surprise friendly appearance at the inaugural Antrim Winter Wonderland. That'll be at that's being hosted by the Greencastle Antrim Chamber of Commerce and Antrim Township. This is a promising new festive event that even Scrooges will enjoy. It'll be taking place tomorrow, Saturday, December 13th, between 5:30 and 8:30 p.m., and that'll be located at the Antrim Township Park. It'll feature seasonal treats, a Snyder's Attraction kids ride, a Greencastle Antrim band performance, and not one, but 2 Tesla light shows, one at 6 p.m. and one at 6:30 p.m. So, and also because they have a wonderful bridge out there, which they decorate, Martin's Mill Bridge, which they decorate every Christmas time. There'll be a shuttle bus to take visitors there if you want to use that as a photo backdrop. So very nice time that they have scheduled there. Second item, the Blue Ridge Summit Free Library is hosting its annual Yuletide celebration on Saturday, December 13th from 4 until 6:30 p.m. That'll be at the library at 13676 Monterey Lane in Blue Ridge Summit. That'll include fire truck rides from the Blue Ridge Summit Volunteer Fire Department, an annual quilt raffle by the Blue Ridge Summit Stitchers, a visit from Santa Claus, and live music by Rich Faley. It's geared toward having a great evening with the whole family. There'll be free books and crafts for children, cookies, and cider. A memorial tree lighting will also be held in honor of Tom Garner, Paul Gingrich, and Roy Sanders. That's item number 2. Item number 3, in Waynesboro. Main Street Waynesboro is hosting its annual holiday sip and stroll on Saturday, December 13th, from 1 until 4 p.m. in the downtown area. This is always kind of interesting. What you do is you stop at 66 West Main Street, where Main Street Waynesboro is, and you pick up what they call a passport. And then you go to all the different businesses, many of which have got wares from local breweries, wineries, cideries, distilleries, so that as you go shopping about town, you stop in, you get your passport punched at each location that you go to. You sip a little bit, you buy a little bit. It's kind of a nice and interesting way to go about doing some of your Christmas shopping. The completed passports, though, are going to have to be returned to 66 West Main by 4 p.m. that evening in order to have a chance for any prizes. Fourth item on the list, the annual Christkindl Markt Hagerstown. I hope I said that right. My daughter speaks German much better than I do. Returns to University Plaza at 50 West Washington Street on Friday, tonight, December 12th from 3 until 8 p.m. and again tomorrow on December 13th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's in keeping with a tradition that dates back to the 12th century. Features 45 artisan vendors selling Christmas wares, imported German goods, and traditional food, including a spicy warm wine known as, I'm going to butcher this again, Glühwein. I don't think that's quite right, but Gluhwein. Glühwein. The market, which debuted in 2016, is expected to bring hundreds of shoppers to the heart of Hagerstown. Santa Claus is also going to be visiting on both afternoons, and there will be a kids zone with crafts open inside the University System of Maryland at the Hagerstown lobby. And the fifth item for this week, 20 downtown businesses in Hagerstown are serving up holiday cheer on Saturday, December 13th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It'll be the second Saturday holiday cookie crawl. So for $15 for a ticket, attendees you get a box that you can fill with treats from all the different shops and restaurants that are participating, such as 96 Royal Beans and Cream, Atomic Comics, and Next Chapter Cafe and Bookshop. The event is organized to get the community into the holiday spirit. Should be a great afternoon in the central shopping district. And we have a sixth item to add this week. Just barely didn't make the cut. Mercersburg Academy is hosting its annual Christmas candlelight services on Sunday, December 14th at 7:30 p.m. at the Irvine Memorial Chapel. This will be streamed live on www.mercersburg.edu. There will be music during the service presented by the Mercersburg String Ensemble, Mercersburg Chorale, Magalia, and Mercersburg Octet groups. Plus, there will be a carillon recital beginning 1 hour before the services. So, a lot of activities to do this, all seasonal. It's probably worth making the observation here that throughout the year, the news, what we have to be able to share with you every week in local news, it ebbs and flows, and never more so than at Christmas time. It's very easy to underestimate the impact of Christmas everywhere. For those of you that don't know, excuse me, back during World War I, the first year of Christmas, 1914, the troops, as Christmas started coming upon them, decided that they were going to call their own truce. So truces broke up all up and down the line where they had been fighting and shooting each other for months. It didn't happen more than just that 1 year, but the whole notion that the holiday season can actually bring a shooting war to a dead halt just because of the season is something to always keep in the back of your mind. This is a powerful season. People just like to be nice and to be friendly and do the best that they very can for everybody around them. So keep that thought in mind as the Christmas season proceeds. One nice thing we noticed this week, talking about that ebb and flow, was there's no police report. So hopefully that doesn't mean they just simply stopped reporting. Hopefully that means that accidents didn't happen that might have happened, and perhaps even criminals decided that they were going to take a break, and perhaps even until January. That would be very nice. Getting into some news now. In Washington County, the commissioners at their 9 December meeting awarded a $7.73 million award for contractors to enhance their tactical village at the Public Safety and Training Center. They also released an extra $400,000 from reserve construction funds for additional improvements that were requested by local emergency management people. A whole bunch of other actions at that 9th of December meeting. Check it out at localnews1.org. Hagerstown. The Hagerstown Council received a fire services brief on staffing and structure. This identified some shortfalls that were raised, which inevitably led to questions about how much mutual aid is being provided outside of the boundaries of Hagerstown to other people, and also whether or not the tax distributions among all the participating committees were actually fair. One point I would mention, if you don't know a whole lot about firefighting, you can go back 100 years ago, before Hagerstown or many other communities had good roads, the internal combustion engine. If you were traveling back and forth, it was very hard to do. So you had to depend exclusively upon any fire departments that you had constructed internally, plus the support of anybody in your immediate region. This is where the whole idea of mutual aid came from, because fighting fires is a hard business. So to their credit, the firefighters that were in the room with the city council noted that you really don't want to mess with mutual aid among communities that are supporting one another across municipal lines. But nonetheless, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how that turns out. In Franklin County, good news, Christmas present of sort. The South Mountain Golf Course, which had been scheduled to close. 2026 was supposed to be their last open season. Apparently the governor, Representative Chad Reichard, Senator Mastriano, and Representative Kaufman all managed to intervene successfully, and the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources has extended the lease so that it will continue to be open for at least another 10 years. So that's good news in the local area. We got ourselves one additional very nice little golf course. So in Greencastle, they were doing several things. In this past week, the Bittner Bridge was closing starting on the 8th of December. It was being closed for deck sealing, hopefully in preparation for the winters. There are a few other things. Leaf collection is continuing until the 19th of December. And throughout the holiday period, there will be 2 hours worth of free parking at all parking locations throughout the downtown Greencastle area. Next up, the Hagerstown Council approved an emergency garage demolition. This was an interesting case where apparently as recently as October of this past year, bits and pieces of the garage were sagging and slowly collapsing. Eventually, pieces of the garage started falling into public roads and spaces. So the council authorized $15,000. Only got one response to a request for bids to go ahead and demolish the entire structure. That structure was located at 525 Frederick Road. In Waynesboro, the Rotary Club of Waynesboro is doing their annual Toys for Children event. This is a rather involved event. It involves quite a few communities outside of Rotary helping to identify families and their children who are particularly distressed during this holiday season. Rotary and some other clubs, I still believe, but Rotary has taken on 185 kids to purchase toys for this year. They got together at Walmart on the 7th of December, just this past weekend, to do the big job of shopping for 2 or 3 gifts for 185 kids. And I don't have the exact number of families, but that's a lot of shopping. The Rotary Club finances the whole thing. Tracy Holliday, whose name you may have heard elsewhere, associated with Buttonwood, is also a Rotarian, and she has managed this project for about 5 or 6 years now. She really does a great job. There's more to do. Once all the gifts are collected, they need to be sorted out by family and by child. They need to be individually wrapped, identified, and then eventually, in a couple of weekends on a Saturday morning, they will be delivered. So, great effort by the Rotary Club of Waynesboro. In Chambersburg, the Salvation Army is manning their red kettles again this year, as you see them every single year. They're doing that throughout the area, but especially in Chambersburg, they've got a goal of raising $133,000. Now, that goes for a lot of things. That goes for meals 5 days a week. That goes for rent in some cases, help with utilities, funerals and funeral costs, clothing, and it extends throughout the year. It's not just a Christmas thing. So raising this money is important to be able to support a lot of people who could use a helping hand, not only during the Christmas season, but throughout the year. So if you're in the Chambersburg area, or frankly, if you're in any area where the Salvation Army has got their red kettles out and they're collecting and ringing their bells, take a moment, take a few bucks, help them out. It's a great thing to do during the holiday season. All right, moving on to people news. The Chambersburg holiday cheer card for 104-year-old Sam Worley is a project that's been taken on by people within the Chambersburg community. Sam is a World War II vet. He's also a former Franklin County commissioner. He's a former mayor of Chambersburg. The man's been active throughout his life, and he's still active. Actually, he still shows up with a big smile, gets around as best as he can, even at 104, to help promote activities in the Chambersburg area. So they are collecting cards and good wishes from people from throughout the area. Those cards need to be delivered by the 19th of December. You can see the article in local news to see where to deliver that. In this week, also along the lines of, in this case, a near centenarian, in the ratings of Dargan Boy, we talk about Albert Butts, who is 99 this year. He's recalled for his lifetime contributions to history in the vicinity of Dargan, which is a relatively small community, but at the heart of it, there are still these people like Sam Worley in Chambersburg. Albert Butts, 99, went through World War II, was a member of the fire department for years, was a member of the council, did great things in the area and helped to support his community. These are the kind of people that make communities thrive and survive. So, wonderful story by Dargan Boy about that. In Chambersburg, we're going to shift to a slightly younger demographic here. Jessica Barley of Chambersburg's Chargers won 10 different events for the Chargers at a November 25 swim meet over at Mercersburg. There were 14 teams involved in that swim meet. Chambersburg placed third out of 14 teams in that competition. But wonderful effort by Jessica Barley. That's a lot of wins in one day, a lot of swimming in one day. In Smithsburg, pitcher and infielder Gavin Ramonge, I think that's pronounced, has chosen Shepherdstown University as the school that he wants to go and play ball for when he graduates in another year. And also infielder, outfielder Mason Oates has signed with West Virginia Wesleyan. They're both going to complete their senior years at Smithsburg, and then they'll be moving on to those. So congratulations to both of you guys. In Franklin County, the Treasurer's Office received, and this is the second time in a row, the 90 Plus Cash Vest Award for 2025. Now this is an award that's given for a Treasury Department that takes particularly good care of its cash management responsibilities. There are several comments in the actual article to the extent that because the ladies who are involved, and that would be Melody Schumann, Triva Panage, Teresa Beckner, and Janelle Fries, I think it is. Those four ladies did such a fine job that many of the elected officials basically said they managed to save us hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of the year that would otherwise have to be paid somehow, possibly even by raising taxes. So this is a wonderful service that the Treasury Department is providing for Franklin County. The Cumberland Valley Business Association offered two people, Garen Gemby of Graphics Universal as the Business Person of the Year for 2025, and Grace Waller got the 2025 Ambassador of the Year award. Congratulations to both of you for great work throughout the year. Greencastle student Maddie Noel is going to perform at the national anthem at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. She also recently competed in a state singing competition and finished in second place. So two very, very worthwhile and well-deserved awards for Maddie. Shifting over to health news. In Chambersburg, Kristen Runyon. The Kristen Runyon Memorial Scholarship Award was presented to 7 different people. Audrey Leakey, Paige Hypes, I think it is, Noelia De Leon Mazaragos, I apologize in advance, please, Kanja DeShields, Madison Yates, Melanie Gallegos, and Sarah Goodman. There are a few names there I know how to pronounce. Congratulations to all of you, lady, and we look forward to seeing you among the ranks of medical professionals before too very long. There was also a story in there with good guidance about how to help with people who might have seizures of the epileptic variety. A good article talks about how to recognize a seizure, what you should do and not do when you actually recognize one. Good overall article. WellSpan is expanding its AI apps throughout all of its hospitals. They can give a lot of details on that, but hopefully this will. The story on AI is supposed to help productivity. So an individual person can now do what 2 or 3 people used to have to do because it speeds the process so much. Well, we'll see about that, but they are expanding and they're attempting to take advantage of that for everybody's benefit. And there is a new Pennsylvania law that protects seniors' access to affordable drugs. There are some registration dates that are available. I didn't list them all here, but if you go see the article under Health News and localnews1.org, you'll be able to pick those up. They are coming pretty soon, though, so take a look pretty soon. Make sure you get those. We have local history articles every Thursday. The writings of Dargan Boy come out every Thursday. We have tons of sports that we almost never have an opportunity to get to, except to highlight a few individuals or teams that have performed particularly well under the people section of our reports. There are these and many more activities are reported every week. This week we had 54 stories talking about all the different facets, many of the different facets that exist in the moving mosaic in which we live. We are very proud to be the news source for Verstandig Media. And if you could take a look at local news and localnews1.org. We have no national news. It's all local. We are online, but we are not social media. We don't let craziness come into the conversation. Who, what, where, when, why. Try to give you the facts. And with that, I'm going to pass along two thoughts, actually. Number one, the thought of the day every week is taken from a list that my daughter prepared for me a long time ago and that I've added to over time. It's really representative of her sense of humor. She passed away this past week at the age of 44 after struggling with a long series of medical issues throughout her life. So it's really appropriate that I can bring to you every single week just a little bit of the humor that she provided to me, keep me smiling all the time. Hopefully this keeps you smiling as well. So with no further ado, the thought of the day. A word to the wise this Christmas season. Dead batteries are given out free of charge. Bada bing. Have a great holiday season.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.